Vaush Video is a guy on the internet. All right, we'll hop to the next segment. Vaush is a guy on the internet. So I wanted to watch this. This is a massive viewer request thing. Sorry for just the abrupt switch in topics. But I'll keep going to that all night. I love talking to people. I love having arguments. I gotta get it. You know what the craziest part is? This Sunday I'm gonna be hosting the Hippy Dippy recruitment show, or whatever they may eventually start calling it. And I do need to be prepped for that. I got to make sure I don't fucking hop into the arguments at all. But I'm going to have a good time with this. So this is this video's called Vaush Gaslights Chat About Nodding for 30 minutes. And like mods have begged me to watch this. Viewers have begged me to watch this. People I don't even think are subscribed to the channel that just occasionally pop through and see my videos are like, could you please watch the nodding video? It's the funniest thing ever. I'm like, all right, fine. I guess I'll check it out. But we're just gonna let him go. This is my man. This is standard. This is very nice. So this is like a while ago, right? This is like 2021, 2022 probably era, because he doesn't have the fucking shelf and the cat beds back there. He's also wearing like human being clothes.
Do this when you're on a hiking trail. What is wrong with just waving and saying hi? What's wrong with that? Explain to me what's incorrect about waving, smiling, and saying hi. Why?
I do appreciate, I know not everybody gets the context. I got a lot of fucking crackers in my fucking audience, you know what I mean? He's not actually allowed to say that. I feel like I am that white. I'm that kind of white. I don't think Hassan should say cracker. I don't like it. I don't like when he says it. That's a fucking stolen word. Black folk, y'all have the pass, you know. You ain't lived until you had a fucking black person get mad at you and call you a cracker, by the way. That shit's like, oh fuck. I didn't know y'all could do that. Thank you very much for the experience. This is a fucking cracker ass take. My man said it. You're not, if you don't know, it's just one of those, it's a faux pas, okay? So like, even if you could, don't argue about it. If you ever have a moment where you're like, you could tell a black person to smile, don't say it. Just keep it in mind. Just don't tell, or in a conversation where you talk about the actions of a black person, try not to. Highly avoid, unless you're giving like sales advice to an employee. Don't say you should smile and wave. Hello, Mr. Vaush. When I see a black person walking around, I like it when they give me a nice howdy do. You're rocking a Denny from the room cut. God damn. It feels good when you're in a barbershop and you get the nod. He doesn't know. It's also, yeah, it's the nod. I guess if this is the direction this is going in, that's actually even crazier. I thought it was going to be just like, he doesn't like it when people like, yeah, like say, yeah. This is just, that's how men say hi a lot of the time. It's not even just like necessarily a cultural thing. It's just like, I acknowledge you and I don't want to have like a conversation, but we're both here. We're both men. That's what's passed. Like, hey, you know, that's it. Or like, you know, one of those little, how you doing? Yeah, you know, I do that. I'm fucking too Southern. Not even real Southern, but if I'm wearing a fucking hat, I'll actually flick the brim. I feel corny every time I do it, but I can't help myself. Hey, how you doing? You know, one of those. Why would you tell anyone to smile? I don't know, man. It's a move. Thank you, by the way, Damon Dullahan, for that super chat.
Yes, you do. No, you don't. You don't. None of you leave your house. There's stuff you would.
That's a crazy, like, you got to really be in the house, too, to never have experienced the nod. Like, motherfuckers have said that, like, Vaush grew up in, like white land. You know, and I guess for real. Because you can't not know what that is and even have a job. You know what I mean? Like where the fuck did you like get a job for your dad's law firm? You know, right out of college and just went straight to a college like that kind of maybe. But like everybody I know does that. Everybody I know does that, and it's not necessarily just a black thing. But in the black community, like the nods are like a whole thing. You know, it's like how much you do it and shit. I won't ask black people about it, but it's like culturally deeper there at times. Kind of, it's similar. It's not like too complex or anything, but there's a vibe, and people can tell if the vibe is off by the way that you interact with it. Is basically how to get to it. You know what I mean? I'll fucking stop there before I put my own foot in my fucking mouth. But like, that is how you say hi to just men generally. Like when you're after a certain age, especially if they're like strangers or you're walking in. If you've ever had a job where you have to carry shit, a lot of times like somebody's walking in, you're like, hey man, what's up? Like get that door, you know, like that, like you point at shit with your face and stuff too. I don't know how to react to this. Vaush is over here. Somebody says hi. He goes, oh. Sets his stuff down on one of the tables. Hi. Picks it up. Leaves. What the fuck?
Wouldn't even know about like the nod. Well, I certainly wouldn't know about it. I'm not a chick, but yeah. Though I hear trans women.
They do the nods in Europe. Yeah, they're kind of everywhere. Like the only places I've been places where they don't do it necessarily, and it's because you do like a slightly different gesture. You know what I mean? But it's like. You know, like you give like a little like tilt of your head or something instead of like the nod. It's kind of just directional. Thank you, the Cub Scoundrel, for 10 pounds of sterling. You know, I never had words for why Vaush robbed me the wrong way for years before the horse thing happened, but it finally came to me. He's somehow a worse version of Alex Yick, but real. He is the Yick guy IRL. What is Yick guy? I'm gonna have to watch that.
About their problems on Twitter so often that you know, I feel like I already know all the goddamn
hikers don't do this because hikers are all Caucasian. Unfucking true and racist. Unironically racist. Don't say that. Don't fucking say. First off, okay, let me explain something to you. Don't fucking say that. Black people go on hikes all the fucking time. Black people are people, and people like being outside. When people say shit like that, you get dumb fucking white people convinced that the black people they run into in the park are not supposed to be there because black people don't go on hikes. Don't say shit like that. I don't even care if you're not white and you thought it was. Don't say that. Black people have hobbies. They go mountain climbing and shit. I know it sounds fucking crazy. Black people ride horses. It is 2024 and black folk buy, maintain, and ride horses for their own pleasure. Some of them dress up like cowboys and do lasso shit. Black people have hobbies and they go outside. Stunning take. Don't say that shit. Oh my God. Even if you're not white, don't even make that fucking joke. Because you get in white people's heads and then all of a sudden they're out at the park. I don't know why these 4 black boys are walking in the park. These urban people tend not to hike. Like, oh, I wonder what they're up to. Like, they are hiking. That's just some kids. They're not all dressed up in fucking Lycra with walking poles like your fucking German grandparents. They're just trying to go on a little hike. But they're smoking the reefer. They are on a hike. The blacks only go to the park. You understand? That's why we spend so much money on the basketball hoops downtown for the urban youth to do whatever it is when they leave their hovels. Bro, black people have hobbies. They go outside. I'm not gonna harm it. They fucking ride bikes and shit on in the park. They get on the fucking duck boats. All the shit. They can use all of it. They go to the public parks. They use every facility for sheer enjoyment of it. Like, I know it's crazy, right? Don't say that.
A TTTT, you know, lingo. As a gigahan myself,
Black people ride horses to the grocery store in my neighborhood, and I live in the literal hood. That's very. I want to say Georgia, but probably Texas. I wish people rode horses more around here. Horses need to come back. Imagine that. If we could have horses. Fuck bikes. Horses.
Had to internalize that. X, you follow them. I'll follow back at 1,000 followers unless I don't like a person. So, you know, that's really just, that's just because trans women have so much of a Twitter, like, disproportionate Twitter prominence within the left.
There's a very specific type of insane Twitter person that's convinced themselves that only X race does X thing and that's progressive somehow. Dude, getting over that was crazy for me as a kid because people would tell me that. This was one of the biggest reasons I hit on that. It's because I didn't realize how many fucking like black people were being kept out of shit because it was like on both sides of the conversation. Like black kids would get told like, you don't do that. People told me when I was growing up that black people didn't like anime, that it was like white people shit. Hand to God. It just sounds psychotic, but like 2004, 2003, you know, you'd never see fucking black people watching any of these fucking Japanese cartoons and shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know if you know this, but just behind the Mexicans who are god tier consumers of anime, black motherfuckers love this shit like crazy. I live for it. And I find out like later as an adult, like, you guys like anime? It's just like, I fucking love like I live for Initial D. Like as a black anime, I literally live for Initial D. Like what in the fuck? They lied to me because of racism. It's racism. It is. That's what racism does. You literally start segregating joy from people. Isn't that crazy? You don't think about it like that. Being privileged and doing shit that's like stupid, okay, fair enough. That's for like privileged stupid people, but it's really not racial. Once upon a time, you wouldn't think that the biggest anti-Semite was a black lady married to a white Englishman, but here we go. Yeah. Seriously, when I was growing up, if you guys are reacting to the anime comment, people told me that all the time. And then I get older and like fucking every black guy my age, or not everyone, but like so many of the black dudes that are my age have like a encyclopedic knowledge of Naruto and in Dragon Ball Z and then like all the other shit too. But like a lot of the best fucking lore channels on fucking YouTube for anime shit are like black dudes. And I was growing up, I was like, what if okay, I guess it's my whiteness that makes me like this dork thing. And then you get cut off from people. It's so bullshit, man. It's so fucking bullshit. And then people get in their minds and they think motherfuckers are like up to shit when they're like out of their area. You know, like, oh fuck, why is there a black guy here dressed up as fucking this Naruto character? Is this a joke? Is he fucking with people? Like, no, this motherfucker like literally just like lives to fucking cosplay the head of the Leaf Village or whatever. I don't know anything about fucking Naruto except for the sand guy fighting Rock Lee. That shit slapped. 90% of black males love DBZ. I mean, it's just fucking awesome. I don't know what to say. But I know it sounds psychotic, but all racism does. And that's why when I hear shit like that, I try to jump on it as quick as possible. Now, when it's like just profoundly bizarre white people shit, like, I don't know. You know what it is. You know what it is when it is. But if it's just like hobbies and joy, like, dude, just take a breath. It's just some black guy listening to this, walking around, lady, whoever, in a park right now, literally listening to me read a comment. What they're going. Black people don't hike. You just zoom the camera out. This man's in his fucking like red lycra shorts. Fucking, he's got his big ass German grandpa fucking walking stick on the side of a mountain. Like, I guess I don't. Black people don't like anime. Explain Boondocks then. I know. It's stupid as fuck. It's not like, well, I mean, some other anime fans were saying it too at the time, but it was like a lot of like the just getting talked to from the people in the generations before me. Don't know. Literally untrue. But like, you got like getting older. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did anyone say that? That's crazy.
What is the nod? I don't know what was being referred to. I don't even know if it was like a girl nod or a guy nod. If it's a guy nod, then I know what it is. Or do they mean the trans nod, in which case, yeah, okay. I wouldn't worry about it, guys. It is true. Girls do not know how to nod. They lose that knowledge if they transition, yeah. Also, Vaush, trans people don't have cultural representation like at all. I was just talking about who's on Twitter. Also, trans people have a...
Black cosplay was an underrated social movement. Dude, I know it's a gooner thing. I can't remember her name. From Bleach. I just want to personally thank every woman who's done a cosplay of I think her name is Kunoichi or whatever from One Piece, or not from One Piece, from Bleach, the lady that turns into and out of a cat. I want to personally thank the entire black cosplay community for that until I die. That and Mirko, literally, thank you personally. Is that a gooner comment? Yes. Am I ashamed of it? Maybe I should be a little bit more, but thank you personally. You make Instagram better. You make Twitter better. You make my life a little happier. Thank you. Yoruichi,
representation. It's just bad. Are you kidding? Trans people are the most disproportionately represented group in America next to millionaires. Yeah, you're fucking everywhere. It's just overwhelmingly the context in which you're displayed is news articles about how you need to be exterminated before you degrade Western civilization or something. You know, the upward head nod people do if they know each other.
What the fuck did you just say?
Are you kidding? In which case, yeah, okay. I wouldn't worry about it, guys. It is true. Girls do not know how to nod. They lose that knowledge if they transition, yeah. Also, Vaush, trans people don't have cultural representation like at all. I was just talking about who's on Twitter. Also, trans people have a ton of cultural representation. It's just bad. Are you kidding? Trans people are the most disproportionately represented group in America next to millionaires. Yeah, you're fucking everywhere. It's just overwhelmingly the context in which you're displayed is news articles about how you need to be exterminated before you degrade Western civilization or something. You know, the upward head nod people do if they know each other, / downward as if they don't know each other, / don't want to be bothered.
Nods are totally gendered. Male face up, I acknowledge you / respect you. Down, I acknowledge you but don't want to be friendly. I mean... sort of, but let me just tell you this real quick. If you go to a Subaru dealership, there's going to be some women that say hi to you the exact same way. I think it's really more like people that work with their hands usually start nodding to say like, hello, like, you know, what's up? You know, women don't nod as much, I guess maybe, but my wife does. My wife sees me from across the house and she's like, it's super hard. You guys said like, I don't know if women do the nod. Like, I don't. My wife does like fucking all the time. She's like crazy about it, actually. His hair looks like a bum. I think this is the Vaush nauseous seagull haircut. So this is like, to me, it looks like a brown seagull that's tucking its head under because it's nauseous.
I have no clue what you're talking about. I have never once in my life used a nod to indicate that I don't want to be bothered. I'm very verbal. They mean when you nod upward, you want to say hello. Oh, sorry. Whenever I greet somebody, I actually do a full Bushido Japanese samurai bow to indicate respect for them. You know, I don't have a scabbard at my hip, but I have a hand right by it. So like it would.
I don't know why you added Bushido to that.
Yeah, I do that for everyone. I do that for people when I walk through a restaurant when they're sitting in the tables too. So if I walk by like a party of 6 or whatever, I'll like do the deep bow to all of them before I can walk forward another 3 inches and do it to the other side. That's how I communicate. Do you really not know the guy nod? I don't know what the fuck you mean. I've nodded before. What the nodding? Like the act of nodding? Okay, guys, don't overcommit to the bit here. All right, there's not a guy nod. There are many guy nods. Okay, it's not a fucking Pokemon game like this.
The albatross
you mean like nodders? Of course. You guys are lucky that I'm actually cisgender, despite many people claiming this is not the case. What you all are doing right now is like the nightmare scenario for newly out trans girls. Imagine reversing the scenario here. You don't know? The nod is real. All dudes have to acknowledge the presence of another dude in some way. Wait, is that what you guys are talking about? You people are fucking weird. Wait, okay. I don't acknowledge people in my presence unless I want to talk to them. Wait, do you guys have some kind of like...
He got that bowl cut as Ani did for him in the kitchen. He needs to man the fuck up and get a goddamn bowl cut. He needs to peasant max.
Default, like if you walk by 6 people, you have to like give all of them like the fucking head wiggle. Oh, you people are psychotic. Oh no, absolutely not. I don't give a shit about any of you. Unless I need something from you. That's it. I'll acknowledge people in public if I shoulder check them or if I need something from them, and that's it. I have no other reason to communicate with people when I'm doing something out there. Fucking like a CVS aisle or something, and I'm like, oh, arigato gozaimasu. Fucking, what do you? You're burdening the people around you because then you feel like then they're gonna feel like they have to fucking do that shit back to you. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Vaush is the least autistic person.
The possibility of burdening the people around me with the responsibility of greeting me back is fucking awesome. That is like, that is. I know people talk shit like, oh, he's self-diagnosed. I mean, I think we can fucking non-self-diagnose at this point. That has to be some aspect of the spectrum where you're like, I just don't really want to put people out by having to have them say hi back to me. So fucking awkwardly not acknowledge anyone or just over-respond to saying hi to them.
Here right now, yeah. Well, I keep my autism under control. It's like a geyser that explodes at planned interludes. Chat has yet to contain. Use the urinal right next to the only other guy, huh? What the fuck are you talking about? I can't even tell how many of you are joking anymore. We're completely lost. I have no idea who is. Oh well, I will say though, deliberately using the urinals that are next to the occupied one is either the most or the least autistic thing you can do, depending on how you do it. If you do it because you're unaware of what you're doing, it's the most autistic thing you can do. But if you do so fully aware and you like make eye contact, you can't have autism while doing that. You have to be, it's not possible. You have to be like the most like in control person in the world. Yeah, nice cock, bro. It's true. It's like the pickup artist strat where they're
God damn, that fucking hair is horrible. Every time his face fucking, he goes like straight at the camera and you can see the extent of it. It just gets worse. I don't know. I don't know if he's just vibing here or if he's actually this fucking dumb. This is all the way back. This is pre octagonal glasses Vaush. When he entered the octagonal glasses era, everything fucking started going downhill.
Like, if you just ask out 100 girls, it may be like you won't get 100 dates or whatever, but you will get better at asking out girls, If you want to get over your autism, going from public restroom to public restroom, pissing in the urinal stall directly next to the only other person in there, if you do that enough times, you will eventually develop like a chitinous armor around your autism. Yeah, that will make you absolutely unstoppable in life. The real reason Vaush wears sunglasses so he doesn't have to maintain eye contact. I love eye contact.
I think most of this is just shit posting, but like, goddamn.
I don't wear those sunglasses outside because I would miss out on all the eye contact that I like making. Nothing brings me more pleasure than the waiter coming back to the table to top off my glass of water and me maintaining eye contact with him as he pours it. Like he's looking down at the glass to like make sure he doesn't overfill it, but I'm looking directly at him. It's fantastic. Do you wave at strangers? As we've established, there's no reason to acknowledge the presence of strangers in public unless you need something from them.
Dodectagonal glasses are next. Full 12.
Or if you've like shuffled by them on an aisle or something. Why? I mean, I guess if you're feeling like some kind of gentry southerner and you want to like hook both of your thumbs in your belt loops and sort of mosey down the street. Well, howdy. Well, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's cool, but that's like a different thing. That's like a specific.
I got to remember that's in this video in case I ever want to make some sort of song about him. Oh, howdy. Ooh. The fucking porn folder part. Howdy. Ooh. What? Howdy, 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 what? He fucks horses. Horses. Probably needs to be a little.
Live in a city, okay?
A little bit more fast.
You can't do that when there's like 50 people on a sidewalk section, like shuffling past. Either you have to scream howdy at a just barely subsonic frequency, or you just sort of randomly select. Like you're like the howdy guy. Like people are just trying to get to their fucking like appointment or get to work or something, and they see you, both your belt loops getting stretched out by your thumbs, knowing that if they make eye contact, they're getting howdy or something, and they're like trying to avoid, but you're walking on a trail, you pass the only other person in sight, do you say hello? Of course you say hello if you're on a trail.
Is Vaush in real life The one Wojak, like he's like the literal vengeance Wojak meme. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where it's like it's the guy walking and some other person says like, "What's up?" Or "How you doing, bud?" And then it goes to the close up. He's like, "Man, that guy's fucking trying to kill me. Like, oh fuck, I'm losing my mind. Wow, I bet I can beat that guy's ass. He doesn't even know. He's just fucking 10 billion." Some dude who cannot even remember that he saw him the second he leaves his plane of sight. Vaush like overthinking it for 5 days. Like, howdy, howdy, howdy. I think howdy might be a guy. This is a dude. There was a dude in Tacoma where there's desert, I guess, maybe. Just walk past, I'm like, oh, howdy. You know, one of those. I say howdy. Actually, I am the howdy guy. That's how I say hi to fucking random people out there. I picked it up when I was a kid, fucking at my grandpa's vacation trailer park. Everybody's howdy, howdy, howdy. If you say howdy, howdy, howdy.
Oh my God, guys! When I was saying you don't acknowledge people in public unless you need something from them, I'm sorry.
This man would explode in the South. Oh, absolutely too. By the way, I fucking live in Kentucky. You got to say hi to the gas station attendants and shit. You got to say hi to fuck everybody. You know what I mean? And you leave the city, you're driving on like a little country back road, like, 25 mile an hour road. You're going 45. You know how it is. Wow, 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 wow. One of those motherfuckers. If you pass somebody, you got to fucking, it's not a nod, by the way. If you're out in the country, it's not a nod. You don't do the nod. The nod's a little sut. You don't do that in the country. That's asking people questions. Actually, literally, I just remember that's what it is. If you're in the country, if you're in most of the rural, like pseudo south to the south, and you're out and you like this, that's a question. Actually, you don't do the up nod. That's a question for people. It's like, and they'll say, "What do you mean?" Like you they'll ask you what you mean. I just realized that. And if you nod to someone without a hat on, they'll think that you're saying okay. If you want to do the general greeting out in the country is this. Just like literally just a hand. And then when I'm out in the country, I just mean like outside of a city, past the city belt loop, beltway, around the city, like the 275, 375. You get out on the small country roads and shit. Even if you're in like the, fake country, rural suburbs and shit, it's just like that. Because if you do like that, it literally, it's a question. Like somebody will be like, "What do you mean?" "It's $10 for the boiled peanuts. 10 a pound." That's way too expensive. $2 for the boiled peanuts. 2 a pound. That's you drive around the wrong place. You're like, "Her name's Annie."
All right, I live in a city. The outdoor environments that I'm talking about are like in restaurants, in department stores, walking down.
You do the down nod. I don't nod. I tip my hat. If you're wearing a hat, it's the hat. The hat is part of it. If you're not wearing a hat, hand. Brim forward, generally. You can not have a fucking brim forward out in the country. I don't give a shit. You just look like a fucking greaser. If you're out in the country and you got your hat backward, you better be on a fucking quad runner. Quad runner, backward camouflage hat, driving next to the highway, ramping up and down the fucking the washout. You gotta be like gutting a deer or something. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's fucking somebody's rich kid, fucking backward ass hat."
Busy streets. Okay, I apologize. This is a cultural bias thing. Yes, obviously, if you're like walking on a trail or something and there's another person who walks by, you should be friendly and say hello. And but okay. Maybe this has been the confusion, all right? Because I did acknowledge people plenty when I lived in Humboldt. Because in Humboldt, every single street is in fact a hiking trail. But do you give them the head nod? No, I think if you're saying hello to a person, no, wait. Don't give them the nod if you're also saying hello. Wait, that's ridiculous. A nod is like a curt, cold, controlled acknowledgement. A hello is like a friendly, like, engagement. You don't do both. No, don't give the nod if you say hello. What is that like? "Oh, hello." Why? Just Yes, you do. You people are psychotic, and the only reason you're doing the nod is because you don't want to make eye contact. I am clocking your autism right now, okay? I can clock your autism at 1,000 fucking paces. You do the nod because it's a socially acceptable way to break eye contact, okay?
Are there call-ins today? No, I'm too tired for it. Probably next week.
If you're saying hi, then you should, like, look at them and wave, or, like, make a gesture, like, woo, because, like, when people say wave, they imagine what you mean is, as opposed to, like, hello, and then you keep walking, hello. Like, what are you doing? Why? Why would you do that? You people are
Little
psychotic.
babies will wave hello to you in the grocery store, and Vaush can't even be bothered to acknowledge another person while he's out. Fucking dude, the little baby waves are the best. And they always like, you know, they get that little hand. You got to say hi to them. It's so much effort. When a baby says hi to you, you have to say hi back to the baby because it's like the fuck it, dude. They're still in the maybe double digits of ever saying hello. You're a pro, okay? You're helping them out. Said hello 10 million fucking times in my life. This baby's on, like, just literally granting you time number 20 of ever waving hi. You got to say hi to the baby. The baby's, you know, throw that whole fucking hand up and you go, hello. There you go. I like a baby that's pissed and says hi because they can't control their facial expression. Their parents told them they got to say hi. You're like, hello. Dude, saying hi to babies is definitely like that's a line, you know. If you find somebody's like, I would never wave to a baby, like, what the fuck does that mean? That's crazy. That's like finding out like somebody that's like, oh, if a dog comes up to me, I don't pet him. Like, you have your reasons, I assume. I don't like that. It's like finding somebody with a bad handshake. Like, everyone says hi to the baby, baby's like, ah, baby, up to like a little, like, you know, like a 5-year-old. They can barely stand up, hands all the way up on their parents. They don't know when to stop saying hi because they wave to like one person in a line of people and then they're like, shit, I'm fucking responsible to say hi to everyone. Like, hello, hello. All the people are saying hi. You got to keep an eye on the one person that doesn't like wave back to the little baby child. Like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, trying to scar that kid for life. What did I do wrong?
Serial killers. I'm completely correct on this. You do not need to say hello and nod. The nod is to not say hello. But you would never just nod if you walk by somebody on a hiking trail. If you're on a hiking trail, obviously you would say hi. What kind of sociopath walks by somebody on a hiking trail and gives them a curt nod? What are you telling them? That you're going to fucking eat them? Why? Why not? Because you say hi. It's an upward nod. It's upward nod. It's not a nod. Tilting your head upward isn't a nod. A nod is both parts of the motion. Otherwise, you're just tilting your head. And
No. That's nodding. Nodding. Nod. Nodding.
Wait, upward nod is called looking them in the eyes. You don't raise your head above the level necessary to look them in the eyes. Most people while walking keep their head...
At least make a goofy face at them. It's the law, 100%. 100%.
Default looking not at parallel, usually because they're on their phone or something, but it's kind of like jutting out your chin a bit. Hi! You people are insane. I cannot believe I'm enduring the social...
Unironically, I think that was the most human motions I've ever seen. Fucking... Vaush trying to replicate an upward nod is like watching a lizard lick its eyeball. I have a tongue and an eyeball. I just don't know how you did that. That man just like, how can I make the most normal gesture look absurd? He fucking really went for it, but it's still just... It's such a non-committal movement of one's head that it's hard to make look ridiculous.
Socialization advice of people who have never left their houses. I am talking to 0 melanin, 0 vitamin D individuals who have fused to their computer chairs, and I'm listening to you guys talk about how you're supposed to jut your chin out towards the hiker as you say hi. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh God. Okay, all right. Oh God. If someone ever doubts your autism, just so it's Connor, I live with you. You have no right to call me out on autism. You want a fucking autism war? Okay, no shot. This is chat being autistic right now. This is chat unite. They think, oh, we can't be the autistic ones because we're all united together. It's statistically unlikely that we're all autistic. No, it's not. You're in VGG. It is actually statistically guaranteed that you're all autistic, all right? I'm in the right on this one. I have the base Giga Chad neurotypical position, which is that if you walk by someone on a hiking path, you don't do this and you don't do this. You just say, hi, and look them in the eyes and smile and keep walking. Anybody who thinks that's the autistic answer, like, what would an autist do in this situation? Well, an autist would smile, look them in the eyes, say hello, and wave, and then keep walking. Like, obviously. Hello.
No, sir.
You're with them?
Put it on.
No, wait.
You must.
You walk more than I do. Really?
True.
So you jut your chin out?
Huh?
You jut your chin
Well,
out?
it depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation. So wait,
So if it's a dude, I do the upward nod.
you
Because it's friendlier. You could do a downward nod if you want because it's more cold, like you say. However, generally speaking, I just smile at everyone like a psychopath.
so fine, just smile. That's fine. Yeah.
Interesting, walking. You remember when we were walking, and there was a dude that sat down and we walked past him. And I said, hey, how you doing?
I can't unsee him as Alex from Yick Now, Y2K or whatever. Apparently that's a game. What is this? Mox and other people keep talking. You guys were doing this yesterday, talking about being mindful and demure. I see another one. Yeah. Everyone was saying that yesterday. Is that a new meme or something? Calling people Vaush is not demure. I don't think anybody would have ever said that about him ever.
He said, hello.
That's fine. Wait, then why are you siding with them on the
Because
chin
you're
jut?
deliberately being obtuse.
I am not deliberately being
Put the
obtuse.
nose on.
I'm not putting the nose on.
Put the nose.
I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. This thing would never fit on me. This looks like a... Wait, what is this?
It's a clown nose.
It's normally I don't know if I would dog on somebody, but it's just the consistent weird shit that he says. So, I have a bigger nose because I'm of my proximity to Jews. What is that? Why would you say that? Oh my god, it's so stupid. It's I don't know if he's going for the joke or not anymore. That's the problem. I think I heard shit like this before the Fortress arc, and before it kind of became like unignorable that he's actually like dead serious half the time, which I think is where most people are caught up. Where it's just like, no, bro, I've got Jewish proximity. I can't fit things on my nose. What does that mean? Why would you say that? Like, it's not even a cultural thing, like a little genetic issue. Like, what? Like, I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, so I know how to save a buck. Could be like, a little bit of a spicy comment that you could maybe make that people wouldn't get too upset about in the right context. But I grew up around Jews, so I can't fit anything on my big proximity to Jewish people Polish nose. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
This can't be a clown nose. It wouldn't fit a nose.
Put a nose, and it grabs your nose.
Does that
You
really?
know that shit grippy.
Is that...
Yes, that's how these noses work. What do you think?
Really?
It's like a prosthetic?
I can't believe that worked. Genuinely surprised this works.
And I donated to charity to buy those at a Walgreens.
Fantastic.
Keep that one. I have
He
enough.
looks in a lot. Speaks a lot like
All right, I have a spare clown nose now. I have no idea what's going on, and I've never been more correct about anything in my entire life. Literally never. If we... Okay, guys, right now, we're determining it, okay? We are canceling the canvassing. We had 7,000 people set up for the canvassing. We're not doing it, okay? Because you motherfuckers are going to creep out all the people you canvass to. Hello, do you have a second to talk about the candidate? Wait, you're gonna fucking tank the progressive cause for all of 2022. Okay, absolutely not. It's just canceled. I'm canceling. I'm talking to Progressive Victory 2022.
I live in the U.S. county with the highest concentration of Jewish people, and I've never thought of that before. It's kind of a crazy route to take it all. I really just don't understand how you make that mental connection. I've never heard that before. I've never heard anything remotely like that. Not even close. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub from General Iroll to Nesto LOL. And thank you, Aaron Arrow, for the super chat. $5. I think the problem is that Vaush doesn't know when he's being serious or not. Which kind of makes it so that you're always sort of being serious, or you're always like a clown. Like, you can't hell? Who got banned? Oh no. The user thing doesn't work. Oh, I didn't hit space after it? Is that what it is? Hold on. No, I should just finish this. I left for 5 minutes and we're
This
back
is
on
the
juice.
upward
It's
nod.
not my fault.
If you do this to a person you see on a hiking trail, you're a fucking serial killer. Are you kidding me? You're alone in the what?
Well, this is it's the speed. That nod's a like, hey, what's up? That the direction you face for the nod too is another thing too. Like you don't make. God damn, this is like you gotta sit a motherfucker down. Like me saying like, hey, and then like it's two different. How does I thought Vaush had sex with men? How is this possible? That's where I'm most. Is it? I thought he fucked guys. Is that not actually the case? Because I don't know how you fuck someone in a gay bar without knowing a lot of these basic rules. How does he? I guess he has to have Tinder or whatever. Like, how do you fuck dudes if you don't understand these rules? The biggest thing you can usually mess up is like the excessive, like if you hang on it, like, you know, like there's the other nods. You know what I mean? The little, you gotta pop that shit in. Hey, little tiny one, little tiny one, some eye contact. A whole different ball game, my friend. I thought he was gay. Like you're actually losing gay credit here. How the fuck would you do this? Hello, would you like to suck my dick in the bathroom? What the fuck does he do? How does he hook up with guys? What does he do to interact with them? It's like somebody telling you that they drive a car all the time, and then when you get to the car, you're like, do you have the keys for this or not? And they're like, I don't have keys for this car. Like, well, if it's not a push to start, how do we even get in? Like, I don't have the keys to this car. The fuck?
That's totally normal. I genuinely can't believe you. I'm like, hey, you should look them in the eyes, smile, wave, and say hi. What an autistic answer. Actually, we give them creepy fucking sexual predator style smiles. That's obviously the correct solution. Holy shit! Oh my god! You're insane! You don't do this when you're on a hiking trail! What is wrong with just waving?
I also, when I first saw this, I thought this guy was just legitimately on a fucking hiking trail. This is like, have you ever been to like, not Valley Forge, Tyler, Gatlinburg? You ever been to Gatlinburg and stuff? You go like hiking and stuff and come up, little touristy area, and they got these crates full of shit, dress up like a cowboy.
And saying hi! What's wrong with that? Explain to me what's incorrect about waving, smiling, and saying hi. Why? Yes, you do.
Did I miss something? Why did Tyler ban himself yesterday? I didn't. I have the notification for bans set up incorrectly. So the code that's in the text that's supposed to take the username who got banned and put it there now displayed my name instead, and now displays random shit. I don't know why.
No, you don't. You don't. None of you leave your house. Oh my god. All of Humboldt State University was a walking trail. I had to go into the forest whenever I needed to take a piss between classes, okay? There is absolutely no way in the world that you people are speaking from experience, because no...
I'm just going to go ahead and guess he wasn't supposed to do that. I'm just going to assume that was actually against the rules, and people probably saw him more than once.
Nobody does this. I do this on hiking trail, though? No, you don't.
You got married in Gatlinburg this year?
Insane.
So, hey, congratulations on getting married.
I cannot
Wazowski.
believe that we've rebranded autism so that the eye contact and more socially engaged behavior is the autistic behavior, and the disconnected, brief, let's get the interaction over with response is the non-autistic answer. This is the biggest cope I've ever seen from VGG. This is insane. Where's that image? Wait, hold on. Wait. Where's that goddamn... I cannot believe you guys. This is what's happening right now. All you fucking pool pissers, VGG, losing...
How do you have that up so quick? I don't know why, but just Vaush having like really quick access to like like at the top of his head, like, I have access to a piss image. It's not surprising to me. I know he's making a point. I understand the point he's trying to make. But it is very funny to me that it's like a piss image. I don't know why.
Your shit.
I don't know why.
You think you're in the right because all you see is yellow. I'm the only one with blue water around me. Why is this?
I know you guys keep correcting. It's like it's supposed to be called like Y2K, like Y2000 or whatever the fuck. But I like it looking like it says Yick because you telling me that Vaush looks like the guy from a game called Yick. It's just great.
Piss blue.
It was in the folder. Duh. I mean, for real. Shout out to him for fucking hopscotching his way down to the porn, or past all the porn to get to this.
Can't believe this guy with blue piss showed up and pissed himself in the yellow pool. Me after I passed by someone on a quiet day.
Yeah, they just cut out some seconds. I hope they cut out like 20 minutes. I mean, it took him a while to, you know, he was looking for anything really that could sell that point. He didn't have piss images right on top of his head.
Thing. Howdy. How do you do? Howdy. Instantly the fucking the VGG PTSD flashes through me. Vaush, that's creepy. Yeah, obviously you would never say howdy in public.
I am
you
pronouncing
say,
it. Yeah.
You say howdy to chat. No, wait, I will say howdy when waiters are bringing me food.
Vaush
or like when they
a blue
arrive, because,
pisser? Yes
I
or
think that's fun.
no?
But, you know, that's fine. But you don't say it when you pass by somebody.
They got rid. That's the first and last time I think I've ever seen a fucking voting.
You say
option.
howdy doody to chat. You say howdy to the server when they arrive for the first time. And I guess when you pass by
Tyler,
somebody on a walking trail,
in Discord.
you give them the Patrick Bateman stare is what I'm getting from chat. It's autistic to say anything. So instead you simply you just you maintain the space for like 7 seconds as you're approaching each other on the hiking trail, and then you jut your chin out slightly.
I went to UC Santa Cruz, another forest school. Everyone does the upwards nod. Only hippies say hello and wave. I need to be stupider so I could fucking con you idiots into like sending me money when I'm dumb. People saying it's a mega irony posting at this time. I think this is cope, man. I think this is legitimately cope. He's just trying to fucking joke his way out of it. I think this is like feels like a legitimate option here, and then fucking Kanye or whatever comes in and is like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Like you have this moment.
Why just smile?
Like wait. No teeth. Toothless. What else we got here?
Of a head nod greeting is when you are black and you've met another black person on the hiking trail after having encountered at least but no less than 70 white people consecutively. And that's like an acceptable, yeah. All right. Whew. Do you enjoy hiking? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I will say, baby doing the upwards nod. I'm aware of the fact that the head is actually capable of rotating on this axis. Protocol. That's literally the point. Social protocol is for people you don't know. That's the point of the protocol. I'm literally not wrong on this. I know that you autistic Discord frequenting motherfuckers are not out here with your friends like, hello, how are you doing every single time? Like you never open text them with slurs or fucking insane gibberish or whatever, which is a break in social protocol.
I don't open text anybody with slurs. I don't open conversation. I know people that I've had people do it to me. Didn't like it. People that were very similar to Vaush, actually. I just don't do that. Don't use any racism or bigotry, ironic or otherwise, to greet people. It's bad. It's bad. It's a bad idea. Because first off, Vaush is the guy that nobody knows if he's ironic or not. I think Vaush is actually just legitimately stupid and used to be kind of entertaining, and now he's not. I think that's I think that the well has run dry. You got to do what I do and just laugh at your own fucking jokes so people know if you're fucking laughing or not. If they think it's funny, you just constantly laugh at your own fucking jokes. Punctuate every sentence with LOL. But don't just open conversations with other people with slurs. I've known more than a few people that did that. And it's very fucking uncomfortable. It does not break the ice. It does not make you feel like you're closer to the individual. Just don't do that, okay? Unless you're super duper close. Like you guys are like, you like grew up together, maybe. But I'll tell you what, if you have any doubt in your fucking mind about sending somebody a slur to say hello, don't do it. Because never forget, they might not be holding onto their phone in that moment. And when you post irony, what's up, my full hard R N-word, and it blinks on the guy's desk while he's talking to his boss, who just sees that pop up on the phone, it might be a weird conversation for him. So don't do that in a general sense. Don't save your pornography to your taxes folder.
In any other context, you are sounding very white and very rich. Having been around poor black people, I can confirm to you that when they're in the company of their friends, they also do not follow the same social protocol for greetings that they would if they were talking to strangers. It's been known to happen.
When did that happen?
Of course, Tempest. Nothing but incoherent gibberish there. Usually you reminding me to...
Vaush learned all of his knowledge on black culture from like walking past people on the sidewalk and serving like 3 black families at a Jamba Juice that he worked at. So fucking dad took his wife and his 2 kids to a Jamba Juice one time. Fucking on his way, the white kid behind the fucking counter just like staring at them, like furiously typing notes into his phone while he learns about the blacks. Fucking psycho shit. I have been around impoverished. The actual thing that is saying in my head is the O's word. I have been around some impoverished black folk in my life, and let me tell you, their struggle is very understandable, if alien.
Give you an answer to a question you asked a week ago. Vaush, you're not socially retarded privilege is showing. I still think that this is like the great tisming of VGG, and this will be remembered. Maybe this is going to be like...
I'm convinced this guy's ever had a conversation with a black person. LMAO. Well, I know he literally has, and they went about how you'd expect. Man, dude, if I ever make it, I just want to film. We don't even have to talk about it. I would just like to have FD Signifier's face, like on camera, just raw reacting to a fucking Vaush read sometimes. I think he'd be fucking pretty funny to hear. I get it. In retrospect, there, everybody was right about it. This guy's a fucking clown show, but goddamn, that's fucking funny. It always just comes back to the, like, I don't know, maybe Vaush has a point or two, and then you go to the real breaking point for me was the Brianna Joy Gray thing, where she was like, do you think it's okay to call me a subhuman? And the answer was not immediately like, no, is crazy. It was a weird reaction. It's a weird reaction to like, hey, don't, as a black woman, Joey Tarantino, as a black woman, you calling me subhuman is an argument. It was maybe not a good tactical maneuver on your point, and a little offensive to me. You see, like, shit. I said that. I'm sorry. There you go. That was wrong of me, and I got heated. I really can't apologize enough. But if you need me to, maybe I'll try. Do you want to have the other conversation? Because you could just take me to task for calling you fucking subhuman, like directly to your face. I don't really want to acknowledge the racial history of our 2 peoples. It's a lot to ask a leftist. Can we just get back to the conversation, to the part where you were wrong, so I can feel justified in calling you subhuman again? What the fuck? It all makes sense when you go back in time. It all just comes together.
Like a maybe I'll be remembered as the villain, But that's
Don't
fine.
subject poor
That's how
SD to
history
more
works sometimes. Okay.
internet racist. Yeah.
The great VG.
I think I'm asking. I feel like I know he's talked about him a bunch before, and he's like made videos. I just want to see if like FD like raw react. FD's got good facial expressions. Yeah. He gets in there sometimes. He doesn't always do them too. That's why they're kind of like a little treat. I think you have some good ones. I think it would be interesting to watch. You'd have a lot to say too. I feel like there's just I'm literally think I'm talking about missing content. I gotta hunt it down now.
GG explains to me how actually the non-autistic move is to avoid eye contact and speaking to strangers at all costs. It's all right, guys. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. How is it you did a whole segment on how not being boring to people you want to fuck, yet I still get hit with a hi in my DMs by Vaush?
He turned into a plantation owner. That one was still, that's like that. So I say crazy shit. I know I do. But I'm really trying to like hammer home points and stuff. And like, I'm trying to put an effective amount of like emotional language on shit. And if I fuck up, I fuck up. And I have before. I've said stupid stuff. And I'm going to keep fucking up because I'm a fucking moron. I think I'm good with this. I don't need to say anymore. But with you know, if somebody cuts me out of context, I like to think that additional context would make it harder for you to believe that I am like racist or something. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing where people are like, I think it should be fucking slammed home. The whole shit with APAC. I won't go into it again, but I think you should fucking phrase it like that because I don't want people to be able to duck around it. You know? No, we're not doing dog whistles. We're whistling. We're whistling now. We're whistling. If we're gonna talk about it, all the cards on the table. I think I've got the point here. I want to see everybody's cards face up. That's how I feel about shit like that. But somebody can easily cut it out of context. You can't fucking worry about that because everyone's going to be able to cut shit out of context forever. I know how editing works, so you just can't be afraid of it. Otherwise, you'll just never say shit. But I like to think that if people start watching more of me, they'll eventually go like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Like he said it weird, or you could have said it better or something. But like clearly the dude's fucking heart's in the right place. With Vaush, it's kind of crazy because you can just experience more of him and then you just go, oh, fuck. It was that thing I thought it was kind of all along. I always forget almost every time. Maybe this will be the last time I forget about it because the Brianna Joy Gray thing, I don't need like to gild the lily. I think the subhuman thing is enough. But like he does do a little, well, I don't know if you understand this, but like I feel like I remember watching the clip and she's so taken aback. She's like, did you sneeze in your brain? What the fuck did you just do that for? Because you couldn't possibly have just been that fucking racist. Could you have? You know? That's always one extraordinary moment when it's like you just did like high level racism. Do you understand that? Like it takes some people a lifetime to work up to that. You know, like Nick Fuentes can't pull it off that well. But you hit the heights, you know? Like I was saying this the other day, people were like, Tyler, do you not know that sub-Saharan Africa is a part of Africa? I know that. I know the geographical region of underneath the desert. The thing that was weird was Vaush said sub-Saharans. Poor sub-Saharans, which is just a phrase and a half. Like I couldn't even I don't think I could mess up that hard. You know what I mean? You have to have a lot of dominoes in play that I don't even put near the board or hold on to fumble it that hard accidentally. Like you have to have some shit going on. Because like referring to people in that region as sub-Saharans is just like esoteric racism is the point. It's collectivizing a geographic region that has no similarity almost at all. Like underneath the Saharan desert is almost the whole rest of literally the whole rest of the country, but the majority of the country is underneath the Saharan desert. And you have, you know, the Congo, the Serengeti, fucking just like those two biomes alone. And then the fucking like the Horn of Africa or the Cape, I can't remember. Cape Town, South Africa. The Cape of Africa. and all of the coastal regions and all of the fucking like temperate forests. It's an insane biome. It's an insane economic region. Tons of different economies, like literally, you know what I mean? Like the reason to say it, the only true difference between sub-Saharan Africa and super-Saharan Africa is super-Saharan Africans above the Saharan desert are white-coated. They're Mediterranean. It's Libya, Egypt, Namibia? No, that's not right. Maybe once upon a time, Namibia. I can't ever fucking remember. I gotta study fucking African geography, but like even I know like that's the point of saying sub-Saharan. It's to separate light-skinned Africans from dark-skinned Africans. That's the main point and reason to say it. So like having that in your mind referentially is just kind of wild. Like just to say it is madness. Because you could, the point he was making too can be made about literally the entirety of Africa. Like all of Africa's, and generally, with notable exceptions, a bunch of like economic slumps and shit. Mostly because of the massive despoilment of it from colonialism, Egypt and shit included. Libya's in crisis because of fucking Hillary Clinton and overthrowing Gaddafi in the worst way possible. The whole continent's has its issues, right? So like there's no reason to say sub-Saharan African, poor sub-Saharan Africans like would be, I think, the most like likely for revolutions. Like, why would you ever phrase it that way? How did you do that? Because normally that's like a whole speech put together by like a Jackson Hinkle type, you know what I mean? Who's trying to like dog whistle it in there. But like Vaush just like naturally arrives at one of the most offensive ways to articulate an idea, that the sub-Saharan poor sub-Saharan Africans are the most likely to do revolution because they were the most violent and disenfranchised. That's why I was like, what? Oh, okay. Do you know what one trait is shared by sub-Saharans? Because it's not a lot other than the one thing. Especially if you're cutting out the rest of Africa, there's kind of a real specific, like, what? That people's response is fucking awesome because they're like, oh. I was going to say, what about South Africa? But my mind just went, what about Rhodesia? If that was his response, it'd be fucking awesome. He says, what about Rhodesia? Oh my God. Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and Sierra Leone. Madagascar, Namibia, Zambia. I don't know all of these places. Madagascar is an island, so I don't even know if that would count. Like that, how do you even count Madagascar if it's an island? Is it like just literally like equatorially, latitude? I can't remember. Longitudinally south of it, even though it's off the coast, you know. I gotta study up on my African fucking geography. It's called implicit bias for a reason. They don't realize their comments are racist until someone points it out. But Vaush thinks he's inherently right about everything, so he's never gonna get it. Hillary Clinton destabilized an entire African country. I mean, sort of semi-basically, yeah. They pushed for the deposing. I can't remember exactly how Libya pulled out, but that was like for a while ago. But basically, yeah, Hillary Clinton's State Department worked very heavily on pushing for the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. Like that was like, she was proud of it. Like she takes credit for it. But there was no effective turnover for power after his country was destabilized. So he got like stabbed to death in a fucking sewer pipe outside of, you know, some city. And then the entire country disintegrated overnight because the power structures fell completely apart. Like, I think it's getting better now, but for a while there was like live, like downtown slave trading in Libya, like just raw off the fucking end. And it's not like Libyans are bad or anything. It's just you took away the guy that was over the other guys with guns, and so you just created a literal power vacuum that destabilized the country.
Hope you enjoyed your time on the Westside.